Hey, welcome to a new video. So check it out. Right now, I am working on three different accounts, and so this video is to break down kind of things to do and things not to do when playing the new league's Equilibrium on RuneScape 3. Just tips and kind of like my thought process so far for the gameplay that I've experienced because I've been using three different accounts, right? Right now, I am playing AFK on Itachi. The relics that I picked for him are Golden Touch, Animal Wrangler, and Nature's Network. And then we've got Dante, who is currently mining some Necrite rock for some Necrite ore, so that I can create the Elder, my Elder, my Elder rune bars, so that I can have a lot of attack. Now, what it kind of comes down to is a couple of things, right? You want to look at your relics, your blessings, and your thought process on how you're gonna play. Now, when I first started out, I was doing. Let me take the music off because audio. There we go. Because sorry, it's distracting me. But yeah, when I started, my thought process was we're going to do masterwork, right? On the leagues, and the reason I want masterwork is because one of the blessings is really really powerful with it, right? So blessings are for your combat. And the way that you get the blessings is by completing tasks. The tasks can be easy, they can be hard, but certain tasks will grant you blessing points, and then those are going to be allowing you to have extra abilities. Now, I think the current meta is Terra Guard's Giss, Abyssal Cinders, Steadfast Will. I'm going for Sacred Fever, and then I believe Higher Power, Holy Crucial, and I think Tempered Heart. Um, Let me see. Perfidious. Actually, I think Perfidious might be better. Anyways, but regardless, that's kind of how this is going. Chaotic Insight. I think I might go for Chaotic Insight because that's gonna make it easier. I like the idea of your weapons being treated as tier 120, but either way. So go based on your playstyle, right? So for Itachi, um, I noticed that I'm able to AFK thieving a lot, right? And I was trying to play Itachi like Dante, but the problem with that is that as I'm doing that, I realize more and more that I am AFKing mining and I am AFKing smithing, which for Dante, that's not a big deal because Dante has the everlasting relics, right? Let me see, this relic over here, the endless harvest. That means I can just plop Dante anywhere with a resource, and that resource gets automatically banked, and I just get free stuff. um the thing with Itachi is that I don't have that relic, so whenever it came to actually mining, I had to plan around that. Thankfully, once Deity's Transmuter, once I got the fourth relic, which is Transmutation, that changed in terms of how hard it was to get higher level items, but I was still struggling to gather the resources in an active manner because I don't want to sit down and just mine, but at the same time, I need to make progress so I can build my armor, which is what I'm using to deal main damage, right? And I realized too at the very beginning, some of my expectations were a little too high, right? I'm like, oh, I'm going to get to tier 5 really quickly. I'm going to get to tier 6 really quickly. But then I realized I didn't like doing the task. Like right now, I haven't done any of the easy tasks, and I have all of these easy tasks to do. If you go through and do focus on the easy tasks, they're tedious and time consuming, but you are able to unlock regions. You are able to unlock a lot of little points that add up in the end. Another thing that I didn't realize is because, for example, Dante's the one I started with, right? So Dante is my starter Pokemon. So he has Endless Harvest, so I can AFK the hell out of any ore, any wood cutting, and any fishing, which is very beneficial to me because I go work out, I exercise, and I just leave Dante just picking up a bunch of crap. Um, but later the actual production was a pain in the ass. Smithing isn't too terrible for me just because I do like smithing and I do like mining. But then other skills like agility, I was frustrated over. Other skills like honestly it's mainly agility, but like you could see I haven't done Herbler yet. I haven't done construction. Construction I have no idea how I'm gonna do. I know that I'm supposed to do for in three for it, but at the same time I'm like ew. And now with what's his name? Lex, I realized that I may I like survivalist. I like the idea of it where you get the max the Hatchet of Devotion, the pious and all that. But it's too active for me. So I have to constantly be paying attention to the computer. I constantly have to be doing something, and it's a lot faster. Don't get me wrong. Like compared to Itachi, or I mean, yeah, to Itachi or Dante, my rate of acquiring resources is really fast. But again, it kind of comes down to do I really want to spend 30 or 20 minutes of straight focus on the computer while I could be doing something else? Like right now, instead of making the video, because I'm doing something at the same time, I would be um, cleaning my room. And instead of hyper focusing on this, I would be reading or I'd be doing any number of things because I'm not at the level where I could actually fight strong monsters yet. Yes, the blessings help because I'm able to take down the Archglacier at this point here. That's why I have such high stats. But I'm still pretty far from my main goal, which is Zamorak, right? I wanna kill Zamorak in leagues because it just looks very fun. And I'm starting to realize another thing. I like ranged a lot more than I like melee. Melee is fun, but I like ranging because when you do ranging, you have a lot of space between you. I can even say I like magic a little bit more than I like um, melee because while melee is fun, it's too close to to the enemy, and for a lot of mechanics, especially like Zamorak, being close is not in your best interest. You want to be further away from the boss because that's how you activate relics. That's how you activate different parts of the game. And even for other bosses, like melee is fun, but if you get too close to the boss, you can end up getting KO'd. So that's kind of my advice, at least as far as telling you how to plan for your leagues, right? Think about the bosses that you want to do. Think about the progression of the character because right now, before you pick any regions, I'm still in region one on the basic regions, which is Karjama, Misselin, and Havenheim. Those are still my basic regions right now. And while they're fun, I don't particularly like them because they're all low level, right? So right now, the highest rock I can swing at my pickaxe in this area here is going to be adamant, which until I get the transmutation relic, I'm not going to be able to do anything with that. I can, and I'm actually kind of thinking of doing this instead of going for Cardim for my first region here because this is what I did for Dante and for Itachi. Instead of doing that, I think I'm going to go for the wilderness because one of the things that I like about the wilderness is that I think it has all the way up to Bay Knight, which is level 80, and I think it might even have level 90 mining. You know, and if I want to follow the progression properly for my character, which is what I'm doing for Lex, that's the best way for me to do it. because I have to be deliberate with Lex. I have to choose. Okay, I'm going to go mine ore so I can make adamant. I have to go mine. What do you call it? Mithril, so I can create mithril, or I have to focus on doing one task at a time so that I can, get my relics quicker. So next, I'm almost at tier 4 relic. So I only need 660 points. But again, the idea of that is like, okay, well, what am I going to be doing? I can pickpocket the very courtyard, but I need to get level 40 thieving, which, hey, look at that, I can do right now. Let's go do that right now. It's again, it's a lot more deliberate. Like it actually is getting to the point where I'm like, okay, like let me sit down and pick up a notebook and plan it out so that I can go one, 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 and knock out the task so I can get more relics. And if I can get more relics, that means I can progress faster because the higher relics that you have, the higher amount of XP that you get. You get more XP lamps, you get more a bunch of different stuff. Like for example, I did last night for all 3 accounts. I went through and I did all the easy tasks for the city of and even then that took me a while because it was just a pain in the ass to gather all of the ingredients, and I had to go back and forth. Like the essence, like the essence that I had to create the ritual for. It's not hard, but it's tedious to do sometimes. So again, that's kind of what I mean, where it's like, okay, where am I going with this? What am I going to do? How am I going to go get the relics that I want and get the points that I want? Right now, as you can see, I'm getting a task and it's getting updated by 1,000. So I need to pickpocket 1,000 times. Okay, I can AFK that because the thieving is really really generous. Like I usually don't get caught, even though I don't have the specific relic for thieving. And the quality of life of following the character around, so you don't have to constantly be clicking and develop carpal tunnel syndrome on your wrist because you're clicking on the thieving, is really really great. Now, adding to that, what types of bosses do I want to do? Do I want to do Zamorak so I can get the War Priest, or not the War Priest, but the Havoc set? Do I want to do Vorkath because then I would be able to get the Dragon Scales, or ED2 because I could get the Dragon Scales, so I can create the tier 90 armor for ranged. I kind of want to do I want to create Masterwork range, but then that means I need Asgarnia for God of Wars 1, so I could get the next the Zeros items, so I could create the Masterwork stuff. There's just so many little things that I'm like, okay, I want to do this, 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 and then I didn't even know where to go for the regions, because usually in regular RuneScape, what I end up doing is I buy it. I like for the 3 accounts, I think I spent like half a bill on each account so it could have the membership, you know. Um, oh hey, we leveled up. There's so much noise. Okay, and then settings, audio, and I don't even know if you heard me through all that, but hopefully you did. Let's see, settings, audio, turn that on. Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, like you have to sit down and plan out what you want to do. And if you don't know what you want to do, then just go ham. Like just pick random shit and try it out. Like it's really really fun, because even at its worst, you have really accelerated XP, and you have that guide map of the task system, right? Of the relic task system. If you don't know what to do and you don't know how to play, then do the task and then look up a little guide. Look, okay, catch a whirligig at Hits Oasis. What does that mean? Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the internet and type in Hits Oasis RS3, and it just lets you do the entire, it shows you what it means, and you could look at the whirligig, and it involves a lot of reading, but I kind of feel like RuneScape at its base is really a lot of reading. I remember when I was doing all the quests, like Fate of the Gods, um the Grandmaster Quest, like there's a lot of reading because it's an interesting game and it's like it's point and click. Like you have to read the stats, you have to read the gameplay. Later on, it turned into bossing. Like oh, this is how I can kill like Zamorak, and this is how fast I can kill it. But at its core, it's reading, skilling, and bossing. If you're starting out, you're not really bossing. The best thing I can tell you for bossing, go to Havenheim after doing the blood pack quest. The blood pack will get you up to a couple of levels, and then it'll give you some weapons. They're not great weapons, but there's some weapons. Kill a goblin, proceed with some task. You're gonna have a blessing, and then after that, if you choose, for example, this over here, this blessing, the Terry Guards Aegis, you're gonna end up having health regeneration. So you could use this prayer, which is pretty low level, to double up your health regeneration, which means you're gonna almost not need food when you're fighting the bone guy. Um, yeah, like I can make like little guides for that. Like, okay, well, and that's one of the things I'm thinking of doing too, because I'm like, okay, well, when I was doing this, I had no clue what to do. So what am I gonna do? Okay, so let's for leagues, pick this blessing, pick this, get some armor, smith it. So iron rocks, um, smith it, get up to like level 30, or level 20 actually. Do some quests. Vampire Slayer and Demon Slayer will get your base stats up to I think like level 30 at least, or level 40. And from there you can just AFK. Like I genuinely do that sometimes. Like, oh, I got hit here. Pocket. Okay, there we go. Steal from Napstall, but that's Menefos Merchant District. I might have to go check that out soon because I I want to get to level 100 so I can get the armor from the Gobies. But that's a whole separate 101. That's a whole separate thing because right now I'm barely level 98. It's gonna take me a while to get to level 101. Let's see, 101. Oh yeah, 3 mil. It's gonna take a minute, which it shouldn't be too bad because it's about 2k per XP drop here, but it's still gonna take me a while. Chest in the Black Knight's Fortress near Edgeville. It's in Asgarnia. I could check out the Vault of Herodotus. See, Vault of Herodotus. Vault of uh, offering 500 loot points per run and unique rewards. The Gloom Bow, Ledge Tires, and Death Mask. Oh, so it's to access a sealed wing requires a completion of Break and Seal Mastery. There's a ghost trip to seal to horizon sealed pylon batteries and shit from chest saves on legionary corpses. Powerful relics. Pylon, Praetorian. Okay. Dead Legionary chest. I have to check this out later. Okay, there's the exit strategies custom. That's cool. The Gloomfire bow, what is that? Level 90, okay. Anyways, yeah, like that's kind of that would be my message in terms of leagues. Advice, like pick relics based on your playstyle. I like AFKing, so AFK relics really help me out. Right now, thieving is going to help me a lot with Itachi. Um, I'm not really AFKing with Lex, but that's more of a deliberate thing because my idea of Lex is that I'm going to be going through and focusing on unlocking relics. So on the other two, I AFK. I don't really do too much. I just, I boss, I kill some monsters once I unlock the red armor. But on Lex, I'm like, okay, well, I can't really AFK most of the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to follow the task system and see how far that takes me. and some of them are so tedious, like complete the tasks at easy Varrock, complete the tasks like medium Varrock, and they're easy. But again, one of the things I don't like is I don't like um having to do task. Like I don't know if that makes sense. Like give me Zamorak to kill, and if I have the appropriate armor, I will kill him like 2 hours straight, 6 hours, 6 minute boss times, like 7, 8, 9 minutes boss times where I'm fighting that motherfucker for the entire time. But if it's a task and I'm like, it's an easy task, and I have to run over there and I have to run over here and I have to go pick up this item and then I have to find where to get this item. Like it becomes so tedious to me that I'm just like, I don't want to do it anymore. Um, but I've also realized I've played leagues before and I get decently far. I think I usually get to like tier 6 or tier 7 relics with my normal play style. But then I'm like, I never get to dragon, like I want to get to the dragon thing, the dragon trophy. I want to get that as a reward because right now I think I'm on silver or bronze. I already did bronze, at least on Lex, and I'm pretty sure I'm at silver on, what do you call that? On Dante and Itachi. But I really want to see how far I can get just doing the actual task. And then bear in mind, it's only been a week. This started on Monday, and for these guys, I'm already closer than not to tier 5. And I'm already in my first region. Same thing with Dante. Closer than not to tier 5, and I'm almost at tier yeah, like level 90 mining, which is gonna allow me to unlock the level 90 tier armor so that I can fight even more. So again, it's going through doing all those little tasks, and if I devote like an hour or two a day to the task system and make sure that I actually do those tasks, I'm like, I wonder how far I can progress because I see some YouTubers and like they're fucking crazy. The way that they play is insane because they straight up just murk the bosses, and I'm like, I want to do that, but then I'm like, but you can't because you don't have the proper relics, you don't have the proper armor, and you don't have the proper armor because you haven't progressed far enough, which understandable. Like that's just how the game plays. But yeah, hang on. Equip a bow with the Last Guardian. No. Equip a cat, more cape, defeat Zamorak, Lord of Chaos. I could do that. I've done that before on my regular account, but then again, I had a lot more crap. And then reach at least level 5, reach level 100 combat, reach level 1000, make some soft clay, chop any tree 1000 times. But yeah, yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.